Well. What's up with you, man? Welcome back. We back with another video. If this y'all first time tuning in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, yo, and also comment down below. Hey, whoever this Candace Owens, she don't be bullshit. Let's just watch this clip and let me know what y'all think of this.
Like all liberals do. Hello and welcome back to Resist the Mainstream. I'm Steve Inman reporting the news that the mainstream won't. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and of course hit that notification bell for more classic content like we're about to witness. Well, this was a while back, but it is a turning point for Candace, Owens, in fact, and Charlie Kirk, obviously, with Turning Point, promoting their event in Washington, D.C. to bolster and promote young black conservatives. When rising host Crystal Ball began to ask increasingly baiting questions, the conversation started out very cordial, but quickly began to evolve into a political trap as Ball continued to push towards a debate about African-American conservatism.
Can I just first ask, what is this event, and what are we going to be seeing the next couple of days here in D.C.?
You know, we had received so much interest over a period of time in this sort of youth black conservative movement, and it felt like we really wanted to harness the power and the opportunity and invite everyone to DC, first and foremost, to bring them to conservative ideas. A major hurdle that the black community faces is not having the resources to get to different ideas and sort of being locked inside of a bubble. And having them listen to speakers that they perhaps haven't heard before, Dr. Ben Carson, Larry Elder, people who are routinely mocked in our community. So this is the first ever opportunity to do that in DC, and we're really excited that it's happening this weekend. In the past, the conversation was almost so intellectual that it was hard for people to digest and process and to understand. And because the left had won the culture war, it was easy for them to mock them, you know, to see a skit where perhaps Dr. Ben Carson or Dr. Condoleezza Rice are being mocked. And I think I'm a little more of a fighter, definitely in terms of starting my channel on YouTube and wanting it to be colloquial and wanting it to feel familiar, like you were talking to your brother and sister, and sort of taking back some of the turf that was lost on the culture war by making fun of people on the left in the same way that they make fun of us. I think that sort of helped bridge the gap and make people more interested in having the discussion.
Does it bother you that there's no prominent African Americans in the White House?
We have to stop believing in this illusion that because somebody is black, they represent my interests. We learned that lesson via Barack Obama. I mean, he was in the White House for 8 years and didn't do much for the black community. So I'm not interested in the color of people's skin. So I'm interested in what they do and what they accomplish.
I'm really interested in your perspective here.
Yeah.
So to you, having, like, you don't look at, you know, it is an administration that has more white men than past administrations have had.
Yeah,
but that doesn't bother you. You don't think that diversity is important?
No, not at all. I think that we have to stop believing that diversity is the color of people's skin, because if you have, like, the Black Caucus, for example, which didn't stand up and applaud when Trump announced that we had the lowest ever unemployment in the black community, that's concerning to me. So a big part of the conversation that we open is in making people understand that that's an illusion that the left has sold, that somehow because somebody matches my skin color, because somebody matches my gender, they have my best interest at heart.
While Buck remained respectful and on topic in his questioning, Ball continued to rile Owens as the conversation turned towards racial diversity and representation in the White House. Ball directed her questions directly at Owens, expecting an outrageous response. But Owens was smart and remained frustrated but calm as she began to reveal the host's true intentions. She's obviously a racist.
In a tweet, you originally said you thought there was zero chance conservatives sent bombs. I think you took that tweet down.
Yeah.
But you later added, it isn't conservatives that are chasing people down in offices and restaurants. It isn't conservatives that have weaponized sexual assault as a means to political gain. I stand by my opinion that when it comes to political violence, the left is the likely culprit.
That's correct. So we've seen that.
You think that it was the left or Democrats who sent these pipe bombs?
I think we're all entitled to have an opinion. We don't have any facts surrounding this, and Twitter is a venue where you're allowed to express your opinions and beliefs. And
but just to be clear, so that's not based on any facts. That's just your
Of course, it couldn't possibly be based on facts. We don't have any evidence other than the fact that they're investigating it. But
I'll come to Candace's.
I do want to finish this by just saying that it is my belief, when you take a look at the conversation, the things that have gone on, and the increasing violence that's gone on, it has purely been a leftist tactic to stall things, delay the administration, and to fearmonger. So as a matter of opinion, I do believe that when we get to the resolution, the bottom of this, and we do have facts, we're going to say that this is orchestrated by the left, but by no means is that opinion rooted in any proof, because we don't have anything yet to go off of.
I could certainly point to Charlottesville. I could point to other acts that happen. I could point to Dylan Roof. I mean, there's certainly acts of violence that have come from the right.
But do you see how far back you have to go to do that?
Charlottesville?
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally starting at the beginning of his administration. Look at all of the things that have gone on.
I don't want to have this debate because ugliness can come from both sides.
No, I'm just saying that you brought it up.
But I do want to ask you though.
I'm just answering the question.
I mean, you've got a big platform.
I do.
Right? And you have a powerful voice.
Thank you.
And kudos to you for creating that.
Thank you.
How do you view the responsibility that comes with that?
I view the responsibility of just being a person that maintains my ability to have an opinion, that I express an opinion, and no means that I say that I have just found the facts and this is related.
Yeah.
And I always reserve the right.
You said there's 0% chance.
Yeah. I said I'm going to go out and say that there is a 0% chance that this was sent by conservatives. I find all the things that are going on, the caravan of illegals, the packages that are being sent, Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation.
And just to clarify, you think the caravan too was organized by Democrats?
I find it to be incredibly suspicious timing, so that they are meant to get to the border on the day of the election. Again, this is not rooted in fact, but you do have to understand I am very much entitled to my opinion, and Twitter is my platform.
Candace, I have one more.
Just one more here, because I wanted to get to know you before you came on. Yeah. And I'm really interested in your perspective because I think you're a fascinating person.
Thank you.
Once Paul began to bring up some of Owens' controversial tweets, the talk show turned into an all-out shouting fit. Kirk and Buck attempted to stop the argument before it escalated further, but Ball insisted on asking more baiting questions that she seemed to have a personal grievance with. White guilt. Is that what we're calling this? As the tension brewed further, Buck could be heard trying to reason with his co-host and clarify Owens' point, but it was to no avail. Ball tried to remain poised, however, when Owens' responded, she couldn't even help but interrupt and defend herself, knowing she was in the wrong. Instead of backing off, Ball doubled down as the two engaged in a heated conflict till the network had to cut the interview, as seen here.
There was another tweet that said, the Democratic Party is comprised of racist white liberals.
That is correct.
Am I a racist white liberal?
Well, let's go back and let's say, I will say this, that many people in the party are not aware of their own racism. Let's go back to an early part of this conversation where you said to me, are you concerned about the color in the White House? Why would you ask me that question?
Because you speak about black issues.
No, but why would you ask me? But let's get to really the nucleus of this. Why did you ask me that question today?
Because
why did you feel that I needed to be concerned about that?
Because you're bringing a whole group of young African American leaders to the White House.
Okay, so this is something that I talk about often, is that in many ways what liberals don't realize that you put on that, the racism and the conversations that we have.
So you're saying I'm a racist?
You haven't let me finish my statement. You keep cutting me off.
Go ahead.
Okay, the emphasis that you place is always on having a discussion about race. Okay, you guys are insistent on having a conversation about race and telling us that we should see, and implying that we should see race everywhere, and I don't agree with that. If you don't look at me according to the color of my skin, you would simply ask me how I thought that Trump was doing as a president. But instead, you try to drum up a conversation that's surrounded by race by asking me, are there enough black people in the White House?
You're bringing a whole group of young black leaders to the White House.
You see color, I don't.
That's something that's important to you.
But why are you talking about?
But then why make it that you're going to bring young black leaders to the White House? I mean, this is sort of absurd.
Because the media,
this is absurd. You're bringing this group to the White House.
It's not absurd. I'm making perfect sense. It's not following the logic.
I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear.
I'm trying to be extremely clear with you.
I know.
Bringing the black conservatives to the White House.
But you view me as a racist white liberal.
I think that you're not. First off, you put those words in my mouth and you keep saying it. So I'm not. I said that the Democrat Party is comprised of racist white liberals. Is every person in the party racist? No, but you're not aware of the fact that you put these racist tones out into the media. This is why we have to bring the black conservatives to the president, because you create a narrative when you're on TV like you did today.
Are you comfortable with the fact that I'm going to have you on radio later because I have questions for you as well, but we actually have to get out of the segment now.
Language is helpful, though. I mean, just in terms of the national.
Well, that girl, she stand. I ain't gonna lie, she stand on business, man. We out of here.